welcome back to my channel. It's Deb here with Curating Memories and Creative Life. So today we're going to be doing a nice little project, making a little jewelry box or just a little box that you can put little trinkets in, or maybe a notepad, or just something that you can keep inside of this little box. And we're going to be using the scrapbook kit along with the dye ink from Simon Hurley. And this is from the mixed media kit for June. And the scrapbook kit is a 49 in market, and this is for June as well. I'm also going to be decorating the top with these beautiful little feathers that are from the shop. Now, these are laser cut chipboard from Jolie, and I will go ahead and link the chipboard link down below for you so you can go check out all the chipboard pieces that she has. And so I'm going to be using this little box. Now this is painted. It's a cigar box that I painted, and let me go ahead and open it for you. So it's already painted and everything. We're going to paper the inside and around the sides, and I just think this is going to be so cute. So let's go ahead and get started. To start off with, you're going to cut all the pieces you need to cover your box. And I used the purple cardstock from the card kit, but you can use any color you want. And then I went ahead and inked all of my edges using the black ink, and that is so it would match the color of my box and blend in. Next, I went ahead and covered the bottom of the box first. Now, what I did is I just poured my glue up on top of the box and just brushed that glue all over the place, and then went ahead and grabbed my paper and then covered it on top of there. And then just cut down my paper and went ahead and placed it on the bottom portion of my box. Now you're going to cover, like I said, the sides. I left a border around the sides of the box and the top of the box, and you'll see here in a minute when I cover the top and the sides. So here I went ahead and just poured the glue on top of my paper, and then I went ahead and just brushed that all on, and then I went ahead and placed that on top of the box. And again, you can see a light shading on the sides of my cardstock, and that is from the black soot that I used just to ink around the edges. And then now I'm just burnishing that in, and I'm cleaning up the glue that's kind of seeping out from the sides. Next, again, this is another angle. This is where I went ahead and placed my cardstock on top of the box. The one thing I wanted to mention is that if it starts to bubble, go ahead and just lift that up, and then you can burnish that down as you go, so that way it gets rid of your air bubbles. And then I went ahead and did the sides with the purple cardstock. So here I'm just placing my cardstock onto the side of my box. And I did go ahead again, I left a black border around it, just that way. I just think it looks clean that way, and I really like it. So here I'm doing the inside of the box. Again, I went ahead and covered the inside, and I only did the lid. I didn't use the purple paper for the whole inside of the box. I only did the lid. And then once you get everything on, make sure that you burnish everything down really, really good. Next, I inked the pattern paper that I used for the mats, and here I'm using that Simon Hurley ink that is in the mixed media kit, but you can use any ink you would like. I also thought purple would look really pretty too. So if you used like a dark purple around that, that would look really, really pretty. Now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to place my pattern paper on top of the purple cardstock and leave a nice border around that, and then burnish that down. And I did that for all four sides of my box. And next we're going to go ahead and we're going to ink up these little feathers. Now these are the chipboard feathers from Trace Jolie. And I went ahead and used the what is it? The solar paste. That's right. It's the solar paste from the mixed media kit. And I went ahead and just inked some of the purple and some of the blue on top of those chipboard pieces, and it turned out so pretty. I love it. I love how it turned out. And I just went ahead and used my finger as well to spread out the paste. You can use a sponge or a dauber or a paintbrush, whatever you want to use. I just feel like I'm more in control when I use my finger, so you can use whatever you would like. Okay, so next I'm going to go ahead and start matting the front and partially decorating it. So here I went ahead and placed on the pattern paper that had the chandelier on it, and then I grabbed the dress that was part of the ephemera pieces, and I went ahead and cut that out and went ahead and chopped it down. And then we're going to go ahead and place that right there near the chandelier, and the window is going to go over that. Next, I'm going to go ahead and measure out the window, and you're going to cut, if you're going to do this, just cut off, the bottom part of the window, and you want to measure where you need to cut it because your box may be shorter or longer than mine. Then you're going to go ahead, and I placed some foam tape on the back of my window to pop it up somewhat, and then I went ahead and stuck that down. Then you're going to cut off the excess pieces from the bottom part of that window just to leave the what do I want to say, like the the bottom part of the window seal, I guess, or window part, so the decorative part, and you're going to go ahead and just glue that on top of there. Now I did go ahead and place a foam tape on the bottom so it would match up, and it looks really nice. It doesn't give too much of a definition that it's cut off. So it looks really nice on that window. Next, I went ahead and grabbed one of the long leaves from the flowers, and I just went ahead and placed that on top of there. And I just kind of left that on there until I figured out what I wanted to put on there. And then I grabbed that heart, I stuck the heart up there, and then we're going to move on to decorating a little bit of the inside. Now for the inside, I went ahead and grabbed a piece of the um, lace that was from an old kit, and I cut that down, sewed it, and stuck it up on top of there for our little opening, and just hot glued that down. And then for these pieces, these metal pieces were in another kit, and so I'm just using the remaining pieces that I had left, and I stuck one up in the front, and then I'm sticking two on the inside of that lid, and I'm just going to glue those down. Next, I took one of the large journaling pieces and stuck that up on top of there, and I'm going to go ahead and glue that down, and it's going to just kind of be where some, like if you have notes or you want to write a date or something like that up there, you can, or if you want to stick a photo on top of it, you could do that. So here I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue that down, and it's going to be kind of laid up on top of the end of that closure piece, the lace piece. Then I grabbed two tickets, glued those on, stuck those underneath the metal arm there, and then glued those down. And then I cut out that dress form, and I just love the dress form. And so I went ahead and popped that up, and I did go ahead and use the foam tape on the back of that. And next we're just going to add that right on top of there. I did end up cutting out the high heels and a purse and stuck those on there inside as well. So next I went ahead and I grabbed the flowers, and we're going to go ahead and place our flowers down and decorate the top part of our box. Okay, y'all, so we finished our box, and I think it turned out beautifully. And I love how we cut down the window and how it sees into, it looks like it's seeing into the house with the light fixture and the dress form. And we have the chipboard feathers along with some of our flowers. And then this is the sides. And then this is the bottom. Now you can't put little legs on here. I just didn't do that, and but I plan on doing that later. And then you can open it with our little lace that we stuck on here. And on the inside, I went ahead and placed this form, or it's like a little image of a lady, right, wearing a dress, and it's so pretty. And then again, I used that beautiful paper on the inside of the box. Here, I went ahead and decorated, and I thought I would go ahead and put this here just in case you want to write something. I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to. I put 2 tickets here with the other dress form here, shoes, a purse, and then the middle corner pieces. Now, these middle corner pieces are actually from a different kit, and if the kit is still available, I'll put them down below for you. And I just thought that this little box would be so pretty for like either sticking jewelry, or, if you have like little jewelry cases or something, you could stick that in there. And, or, if you're into beading or whatever, you could stick like some beads inside of here. You can also stick the little booklet that we made, photo booklet that we made, and I'll put the links at the back of this video. That sticks in there. You could put that in there along with some other photos or whatever you have. You can also stick a notepad and a pen. So this is a notepad that we created. I think it was last month or the month before, and you can stick your little pen inside of there. And I just thought that this was such a good little box to have. You can also stick your cards inside. So if you have cards, that you're wanting to give away, or you want to, hold on to, you can definitely go ahead, stick those inside and with the envelopes, and there you go. So you have a place for your cards. So I just thought this was such a cute little box and so pretty. So, and I hope that you liked today's project, and thanks so much for joining me. Take care, and I have all the links down below for you, and I have all of the videos for this month's June projects at the end of the video. Take care. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.